I'm going to share with you a surprisingly toxic thought that you may have that you may not even be aware of that's keeping you from getting the results that you want to have in regards to weight loss, weight maintenance, or in regards to having the type of relationship of peace and harmony that you want to have with food and with your body. Hi, Carrie Nygaard here. After helping hundreds, thousands of women even find a place that's just normal with food and with their body, I can tell you that one thought that's kind of sneaky that I would say is in the top 10, right? One of them is this thought. It's so hard. It feels like a mountain to climb. If I get off track, it's so hard to get back on track. It's just so hard. This is why this is a problematic. Your brain, I want you to think of your brain as in two parts. There's your higher conscious thinking brain. This is the part I'm using when I'm talking to you, forming language. It's the part of my brain where we make choices, decisions. And then there's this lower subconscious part of our brain. Well over 90% of our thoughts are subconscious, meaning they're going on automatically without us consciously knowing about it. Just like in our body, there are systems of our body that we have to think about in order to use, like moving our skeletal muscle. We have to actually think about doing it. There are also involuntary parts of our body, like our digestive system. We don't have to think about it in order for our digestive system to do its job. The same thing happens in our thoughts. There is voluntary thinking going on in our creative, conscious, higher thinking brain. Up here in our prefrontal cortex is where that occurs. And then the mass majority of our thoughts, of our thinking, is actually thinking that we're not aware of, thinking that goes on under consciousness. Okay, that's why it's called subconscious. When it comes to anything in your life, it is a result of the thoughts that we think in regards to that thing. So let's take, for example, a desire to want to release weight or a desire to maintain a healthy, happy place with your weight. Okay. If you are thinking, I have to be on track or off track, I just want to point out it's just a thought. There is no track. Look around. There's no track to fall off of. There's no bandwagon to get into and fall out of. It doesn't exist. And when we think I'm either on or off, and that it's hard to get back on once I'm on, you've created this story around food and your body and habits that just allow you to feel good. You've created the story of it being hard. Oftentimes I'll hear a client say, it just feels like a mountain to climb. I've gotten off track. I've fallen off the bandwagon. They're all just thoughts. And I want to tell you that most of these thoughts, the mass majority of the time, are not helpful. And when I coach different clients who are in this type of thinking, and there's nothing wrong with this type of thinking. It's very human. There's reasons why we think that way. It's just not helpful in going where we want to go. If you want to get to a happy place in your relationship with food and your body, if you want to find a release weight or maintain a weight with your body that doesn't come from dieting, because once you start dieting, you can never stop in order to maintain the results that you've gotten. If you want to just from a place of change from the inside out, have ease, genuine, consistently being in control with food, we have to look at the thoughts that are creating it. And when you think, oh, this is just so hard, then guess what happens? The mass majority of your thinking going on is going to go to work making it hard. It's going to feel hard to eat vegetables. It's going to feel hard to eat protein. It's going to feel hard to move your body. And then when you stand back, like when I coach clients and I ask them, well, was it hard to eat that meal? Did you enjoy that meal? Yeah, I enjoyed that meal. Was it hard? No, it wasn't hard. Was it hard to stop eating and then when you're hungry again, eat another meal that you enjoy? No, that wasn't hard either. So what's the hard part? And you know what ultimately is the hard part? It's one of two things. It's the hard part is not being aligned with the things that actually leave you feeling good, right? The hard part is eating cruddy food that leaves you feeling bad. The hard part is living in the story and then the thoughts. That's the second one. Living in the story and the thoughts that you're telling yourself that this is hard. It's a mountain to climb. There is no mountain to climb. There is no tracks to fall on or off of, or a bandwagon to fall in or out of. And yes, is there work involved to institute habits? Yes, but it does not have to feel so hard. Life is going to have things that require work of us, no matter what choices we make. We might as well make the choices that feel good, that feel like love, and then we get to where we want to go. And have you ever heard the quote that the person that enjoys walking will always walk further than the person who does not? If the process of feeding your body, of supporting your body feels good, and that you do it in a way where you can release weight or maintain weight easily without all of the brain chatter around food, if it feels good, then you'll continue to do it. And then you'll do it for longer than anyone else and longer until it's just who you are. All right, like and subscribe. Next week, I will have another surprisingly toxic thought that keeps us from getting where we want to go in regards to food and body. All right, thanks so much. Check out the description. You can go and listen to my brand new webinar. You can catch it. It's always plain. It's called the Four Pillars, or the 4 Steps to Finding Peace with Food and Body. Thanks so much, and like and subscribe for more. Bye-bye.